Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday, friends. It's time for a quick tidy up, our first tidy up for December. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, this year is coming fast approaching a close. I cannot believe how much we have done in 2023, right? But it's so fun to be here. So thank you, Gina and Bobby Ann and Judy, Donna, Victoria, Lorraine. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tidy Up. I know as we get to kind of the end of the year, it's just so busy, right? It's just so busy this time of year. So good. Thank you for hopping on. Laura made it live. Keisha's here. Welcome. Jean's here. Nancy, so good to see you guys. Yes, Nancy, Simple Sleeves are back. Yes, so I have that on my table to talk about today. Yes, exactly. So I wanted to kind of take this tidy up and the next tidy up to just today. I want to talk about a few new fun finds that I found just to kind of check in and let you know what's been going on around here. And then next week, I'm going to kind of do a best of, since it's the end of the year. It'll be the last tidy up for 2023 because I do take some time off at the end of the year to just kind of regroup and have some downtime. And so this week and next week will be our last two tidy ups together. But we have some fun things to talk about. So hello, everybody who's just hopping on. You must have gotten the notification. So welcome. Sherry's here, Lisa, Linda, Rhonda, Suze, Donna, Lynn. Oh, so good to see you. Belinda's here. Hey. Very fun. Okay, so today what I wanted to do, like I said, is talk about some favorite finds and some tips, some new things that I haven't really talked about that I've been trying out that I like. And then, of course, some of my absolute favorites are, the standard as well. So if you are new here, these are things, places, and where you can find me. And then also, I just want to mention, so next year we will probably, I'm thinking of kind of switching up Tidy Up and doing something a little more general. So you'll have to stay tuned about that. I know we talked about that last time, but I feel like we've talked a lot about different places in the craft room. Not that won't come back and revisit that, but I'm thinking to kind of make the lives during the week a little more general, so I can talk about kind of whatever's new. And so thank you for some of those suggestions, those fun suggestions that you guys were putting up for what we could call the new live stream. Keep them coming. Okay, and so today I just want to switch over to the phone and talk a little bit, my overhead, that's what I mean, and talk a little bit about a few things that I have in front of me. So this is just going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that today. and so I want to just kind of quickly mention, as Nancy had said, the Power Simple sleeves are back in stock. So I just wanted to make sure I put them out here just so we could make sure we talk about them. They have been gone for a while, I think about a couple months. And these are the ones from Creative Memories. I have a link in the description, so you can always check that. And they are open on two sides. I find these really helpful for certain applications, and especially like keeping projects together. I love, like, if I'm working on something, I'll put all of those pieces to that project in the Power Simple sleeve. And then the other thing I really like using this for is scraps. So there's a couple, I use this, and I also use the Mama Bear when I cut off the side of the Mama Bear sleeve for scraps. So I actually tuck this right into my Papa Bear, the Power Project folder, and keep all my scraps. And I have really been enjoying that, because if I just need like, oh, like say for December daily, I just need a little scrap of this. I just grab this out of my big folder and I know all the small pieces are in here. So let me just kind of show you what I mean, because it's easier to see it. I didn't grab that, but just so you know what I'm talking about here. So like here's Christmas cheer. This is my big power project folder. And I know I've shared this before. This is my big power project folder. So then I can reach in here and pull out this sleeve that has all my cut paper. So I know that if I need a piece, I want to go to my cut paper first, and then all my full sheets of paper are behind it. So these sleeves, and that's what I love, either the Mama Bear, like you can see here, and I cut off the side, or the Power Simple sleeves are super for that too, because it's so easy to access. Now, in addition to the Power Simple sleeves, did you guys see the Power Layout Guides? I know, Nancy, you were mentioning that. The Power Layout Guides are also back in stock. So what do we do with the Power Layout Guides? Well, I've talked a lot about different things we can do with the Power Layouts, but I have not shown you this one. This is how, another way that you can use Power Layout Guides. This is how I keep my paper in the shop. When you guys order paper by the sheet, I need to have quick access to that. And so this is a container. Yes, I found it. Daiso. I love my Daiso. And it just fits our 12 by 12 paper. I know it's kind of hard to see because, yeah, we're a little, let me see if I can go a little higher here. So it just fits. There we go. The 12 by 12 paper, and it's just a hard plastic container. So what I've done is all the colors that I offer in my shop, I have them separated by the Power layout boards. And then I had started with using the Avery Ultra tabs I had written on there. But you could do whatever. You could use a label maker, different things like that. So these Power layout boards are just really good for a lot of different uses, wouldn't you say? Not just doing Power layouts, but also, you know, kind of categorizing and organizing and doing things like that. And I have used them, as I've shown you so many times, with my kids' albums and separating grades, you know, first grade, second grade, third grade, and on. And then as well using them for actually Power layouts. So these wonderful plastic boards are now back in stock too. And I do have those linked as well. And I wanted to show this to you because I know sometimes people don't always organize the way I organize, and maybe you like it better to have all of these in one container. Like I think I have three. I think I have three of these that hold all of my cardstock. And so you can just see it color by color. Now up behind me when I'm sitting, you guys know that I have my cardstock in the sleeves, in the either the Papa Bear, Mama Bear, or Baby Bear sleeves behind me. And that's my own personal stash. That's how I keep my personal stash organized. So, okay, so those two items back in stock from Creative Memories. I wanted to make sure, thank you, Nancy, for reminding us. Wanted to make sure you knew about that. And speaking of what also is back in stock, because I had a fun trip to Daiso, the small flex pod, this was a favorite organizer from you guys, and I know you had been waiting for this to come back in. The small flex pod, this guy, with the 4 pen organizers, the 4 pen holders, are now back in stock in my shop. So I finally went, I had to go to a couple Daisos, but I found one that had a good stash of these. So I have a supply of the pen organizers, and I do, you know, this is still kind of my favorite little thing. I call it my little journaling kit, and I love having everything right here when I want to grab and do some journaling. So like when I'm working on I know I've done some posts. I've been working on my little gratitude album. Yes, it's after November. It's okay. I'm still grateful. But I wanted to do this 2023 album for just documenting things that I've been grateful for this year. And I did some little prompts to help me. And then I grabbed my little journaling kit, grabbed my brown pen out of here, and away I go. I just kind of have it in here because I'm not quite done with my album. I need to finish a couple more pages in it, and then I'll be done. So I have everything kind of just sitting here. This is another thing, if you have a lot of small pieces, grab one of the cases, the 5x7 cases, and just contain everything. That's probably one of my big tips. I had this kind of spread out all over the place. I'm like, Lauren, why are you trying to work this way? Grab a container, contain it in a container. And then, when you're going to work on something, it's so much easier instead of digging through piles on your desk, right? I mean, we know this, but sometimes we have to be reminded. So I still love the 5x7 boxes for doing that for smaller projects. And then again, for larger projects, these Power Simple sleeves are just fantastic for kind of holding together a larger project that you're working on. Okay, so back in stock, the pen, the simple, the pod, the small flex pod with the pen holders. There we go. Gotta get that out. One other thing I wanted to just mention quickly why I have this out is when I was doing my daily December days, I know I had some questions. Lauren, where did you get your little magnetic? So this is a little metal magnetic. This is what I always use for when I do the December days. You have to slit whenever you want to add that paper, the paper to the edges here. When you want to slide in the paper, you have to cut a slit right up here at the top of the multi-pocket pages. And so to make that easier, I have always used the this little board that I got so many years ago, and I love it because it's a cutting mat, but it's magnetic. So this is a magnet and it's metal, so it works really well with the X-Acto blade. And so I thought, well, I got this so long ago, I don't even know if they make it anymore. Well, I actually found it. It's part of a little kit. It's part of a little We Are Memory Keepers kit. And I thought, you know what, my daughter's going to love this. So this is a, kind of a gift idea too for, crafty folks. It's just a fun little kit. So it looks a little different than mine, but it has the magnetic cutting mat with the magnetic ruler. So that's the same. It has metric and inches on it. And then it does come with an X-Acto blade and a pair of scissors and a kind of a pokey tool and a reversible tweezers. It comes kind of all together. So I thought I'd just share that with you in case you were interested. My girls love putting together these things called Roll Life. I don't know if any of you have heard of those. And so I thought, oh, isn't that fun? So this is going to be kind of a fun little gift. It's hard to find. It's hard to find the right things, right? Fun little gift. So I have that linked for you as well. I was happy to find that they still had these, but this is what I use because cutting those slits in the top of the multi-pocket pages, that ruler just holds it exactly in place where you want to make that little cut. So I've used this quite a bit. It's, you can see a lot of the cuts on here, but I've had it for quite a few years. Okay, so that was another little fun tip. Now, another one that I thought might be kind of fun to talk about is I'm going to, let me do this, show you a photo, a picture. So I wanted to just share kind of what my floor looks like. after a die cutting session. Does anybody have floors that look like this? Okay, it's pretty, this is a lot of paper pieces that end up on the floor. And so I thought, I mean, yes, I can get a broom and and I get a lot of this kind of, little piece trash on my workspace too. And in the main house, my husband had done some research and had found a little handheld vacuum. And so I thought, how good would this vacuum work on like a floor mess like this, right? So I just wanted to share with you kind of uh, how it went by. So I'm going to just share this little video. So even though you can see by how big it is right there, it's just a little lightweight handheld vacuum. But this is just a short little clip I was going to show you. So it works pretty well. And that entire mess right there, okay, all of that on the floor, I was able to vacuum in one go. And so I want to mention this vacuum. I'm kind of sold on it to have my own. I think this is going to just, kind of stay here in the craft room and maybe not go back to the main house. But I love little rechargeable handheld vacuums. So I wanted to share all of that trash that was on the floor fit in this little, like, I was a little concerned, like, would it actually all fit in this little container, this little holder? So I am sold now to have one of these in my craft room, and it's really cute. So this is all how big it is. It's not that big, and it's very lightweight. And then you plug it in so it's charged all the time, and it even has a cute little holder back here for some other little attachments. So I don't know, maybe with all the pet hair and everything, I'll get a fresh one for my craft room. But I was really pleased with the job that this did. And you know what? It's kind of nice just to grab a vacuum and, get it all off the floor, not have to go search for your broom and dustpan and all that good stuff. So yeah. So Joan has a dust buster and cleanups, and I just kind of never thought about that, but I wanted to share. I do like this. This is the Shark brand. And like I said, I thought, oh, it's too small. Like, it's not going to do a good job, but it does. And then it's a one touch boom right here. I'm not going to do it or I'll have trash all over my table, but you just press that button and then this pops open and all your trash goes out. So so this was another fun find, I have to say. It made my floor look really nice very quickly. And so I'm a fan of that now, the vacuum. I think we all need a vacuum, right? In our craft rooms, there's just a few things that kind of help us do our job, right? In addition, I hope some of you took away, Shark was the deal of the day last Sunday. See, yeah, they are good. They are good vacuums. I want to say this one on Amazon was like 69, maybe something like that. There's still a lot of good deals going on nowadays because, we're coming up to we're in gift giving season. So, I also want to share another fun find. Hopefully some of you took advantage of the Carousels, the awesome sale that Stamp and Storage has. And, they're going to pop up with some other specials, I'm sure. But I wanted to share a few that I haven't. You don't see these because they're on the opposite side of me. And these were a few new carousels that I ended up getting. And one of them is for my Stampin' Up! Punches. One of them is for my Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. I absolutely love this. I love seeing all the colors. for all the stamping, if you're into stamping, if you're into the punching. And I kind of want to go back here just for a second to the beginning. And do some of you recognize right there? Right there. Do some of you recognize our old CM punches? So when I got these, I thought, oh, isn't this fun? I kind of want to just fill these up with a few things. And so some of our old CM punches actually fit in the Stampin' Up! Carousels. And it was fun just to have a place to kind of display those, have them much easier access. A lot, I have my punches stored in a lot of different places, as you have seen from a lot of my different videos. So you can, if you like, they have Stampin' Up! Has some really great labels and different things like that. And then my ink carousel, yeah, Mish, hi Mish, has an ink carousel, and she loves it. Yeah, it's so fun. I love spinning that thing. I'm telling you, it's really fun. So those were a few new additions. They are in a calyx unit. So it's a 3x4 calyx that I have. It's kind of a new setup that I haven't really shared in my craft room, and I'm hoping to do a tour very soon. I just, I feel like, oh, I haven't got it exactly the way I want it, because I keep kind of switching and tweaking things a little bit. And, but soon I'll have a craft room tour, hopefully at the beginning of the year, and then kind of share all the things and how I have it set up. But like I mentioned, that calyx, it's a 3x4, and I have those 3 carousels in the top, and I love it because it's so easy to access. So I think that's one thing we learned from having the carousels. Like, my border makers have to be right here, right behind me. But my stamping station is kind of over there. So I ended up putting the inks and some of my other punches there. Yeah. And yeah, I think the carousels are just so fun because you can spin and get to what you need. Okay. Okay, Jennifer, a daily flash sales going on now. Are we talking about Stampin' Storage? Because that's pretty amazing. Do you live an hour away from Stampin' Storage? We're all jealous. Okay. So yeah, and you can also follow Stampin' Storage on Facebook, I believe. And hopefully, that's another way to kind of keep in touch with what's going on. And Joan says her 4-year-old grandson loves to vacuum. I want one of those. Yeah, just go vacuum the whole room and just take care. And how fun to do it with like a little handheld, right? I mean, these are just so great. Okay, I also want to share another, because another little spot in my craft room that the Stampin' Storage pop-up daily sales. Okay, awesome. Check it out. So if you missed it on Black Friday or that sort of thing, they are just really, really great products. Also very sturdy. I'll just say that too. Okay, I have another photo that I want to share with you. And where is it? I think it's here. So this is behind me on my wall. So I don't know if you can, let me see. Can you see? No, it's a little too big. So behind me, wait, maybe no, I have to turn this one. There we go. See, right there. Right there. That is a new little storage unit that I found on Amazon. That little white, I'm trying to make a rectangle around it right there. I want to talk just for a minute about that unit. So I had that photo and you can see it. Nope, not that one. This one. You can see it. So the majority of my large Creative Memories punches are on the wall behind me, as I was showing you. And the most of those punches fit really well. Let me see. There, in those storage units. That way, those storage units right there. And there are probably 2 or 3 different types of punches that Creative Memories, I think probably 3, that Creative Memories has come out with that do not fit there. And so I was kind of looking for a solution to have near my punches. As you can see, this little unit right here is near my punches. But what I have in there are my circle. There were 3 circle punches that came out. The scallop, let's see if I can, no, I keep showing the wrong picture. There we go. Let me see if I can make this bigger. The ornate arches circle, the dotted leaf circle, and the floral circle. Okay, so those are those are big. Those are 6-inch circle punches. As well as, can you see up here in this area on the top shelf, the scallop circle and the scallop square? Okay, like I love those punches, but they are enormous. So big. Yes, Kenzie, they are big, but it fits on the top shelf of that unit. So you can see, let me see if I go a little bit bigger, you can see, whoops, no, not that. I need this, grab this. Let me see if I can make this even bigger so you can see. So I have the scallop circle and the scallop square. Then I have the circle punches, and I still have a lot of room. So another thing you could put in here that doesn't really fit nicely on the Stampin' Storage wall units would be like the banner punch and the, what was the other one? Those kind of, you know, kind of the awkward punches that you love, but they don't really have a good place to keep them. So I love this little wooden shelf unit. It kind of goes in with the white craft room look, you know, some of my other things. It's meant for paper, but I like the fact that those giant ones fit on the top shelf. They won't fit on the bottom 3, but they will fit on the top shelf. So I have that linked for you as well. That was kind of a fun find. It works great for 8.5 by 11 paper too. So if you want to use it for paper, but it's a nice look. I think I had to put it together. I want to say I had to put it together, but it was easy. I think it came like you just have to put a couple screws in, and it's pretty easy. So that was a fun find. I do like finding the things just like that that help, right? Just kind of have a place. And then of course I used my label maker to label those. Also, I want to mention right under it. So if you see these cubbies, one thing I realized, I just want to point this out as a tip today. One thing I realized, you know, just kind of in really trying to fine tune and get my craft room the way I want it to be is, as I've said before, I love vertical organization. Now, of course, that's horizontal, that unit there, but these units underneath it used to be horizontal. And so one day I was looking at them and I go, I'm just not using those the right way. And it's because my brain was not thinking like, I don't know what to do in those horizontal slots. So I said, okay, I'm just going to take, you know, I got my new little rack for the punches. I'm going to take everything off and flip my, my cubbies. So these cubbies right here. And as soon as I did, it was like the light bulbs went off. I go, oh, now I've got a perfect place for my binders. So I can see, you know, I've got some more labeling to do. We talked about that on one of the tidy ups. And I'm just going to cut some more vinyl and stick it on the side of those notebooks. And then I'm going to have all my notebooks right there. And I love just kind of glancing over there and being able to grab the notebook. But that wasn't working when those cubbies were horizontal. So sometimes you have to just think of that as, kind of an organizational tip. If something you have and you're like, I'm just shoving stuff, like I was just shoving stuff in horizontal organization, but just flipping it made so much more sense for me. So yeah. I know, I know. I have to point opposite, right, Kinsey? I mean, it's hard to find which way to go. Um, so everything's mirrored backwards. Okay, so that's just a fun little tip for, when you're doing things. The other thing you might have noticed in my photo are the polka dots. And just remember, these are coming back from Creative Memories, the rainbow polka dot pods. Those are coming back, I want to say early next year, sometime. They'll be refreshed and come back. So if you like that polka dot look, and one thing I also was realizing is school kind of is its own category. And it was taking up a lot of room in these cubbies over here with all my paper. So I took two of those rainbow pods and put all my school um, collections in those two pods so that, and I kind of have them organized, graduation and high school, like the older stuff in one and then the younger stuff in the other. So if I'm working on the kids' school albums, I can just grab one of those and have all my school stuff together, that I can flip through. And you don't have to have the polka dots. Like you could just use the pods. Okay, what is the name of them? That are available from Creative Memories? Are they? I think they're still in stock. I hope they're still in stock. So yes, they're bringing back the rainbow, Kenzie. They're going to bring back the polka dots. Yeah, those are scheduled, I think, sometime early next year to come back. The rainbow bundle. So like, how it was the pod and then the power layout guides with all the colors. They're bringing that back. They are not in stock now. Steph, thank you. Okay, great. Yeah. Well, those are coming back. They'll be back. And if you like the polka dots, those are coming back too. Okay, well, we did get the layout boards and the Power Simple sleeves back. So hopefully just a little more waiting. But I do like the pods for, kind of keeping groups of collections together as well. But these are great too. Okay, so I have just one other fun little find that I want to tell you about. And this is more about just something. Insert pods are due back in January. Thank you, Beverly. Yeah. So the black ones, and then I think the polka dots are coming too. Okay. So go back to my overhead. So one thing I wanted to just share with you, and I think I talked about this last week, that I ordered, again, just another fun gift idea. And I just had to share this with you today because I'm so excited about this new toy. So there's a gal that I follow that I respect her opinion. She's a great photographer. And she did a little comparison from some of these little printers, these little, you can see, I mean, it fits in the palm of your hand. And if you saw, I did talk about how I took a paper album. This isn't it, but let's just say I took a paper album up to my mother-in-law's house for her birthday. And I sat with my printer. I took the selfie printer, but this would be so fun to use too. And everybody who came, we took pictures with her, including my husband and I. So this is the picture we took with Betty on her 94th birthday. Can you believe it? And I printed the photos while I was still there. And so I was able to, I took some tape chips, I took my printer, And I was able to give her, and a couple black pens, give her this as a birthday card with everybody's photo and their little well wishes for her birthday, um, as a gift before we even left. And it was such a wonderful, wonderful experience to do that. And everyone there, I think there were about 25 people who came up to wish her a happy birthday, and be part of the family. It was, everybody was so in love with the idea of having a keepsake at that moment, in that very moment. So it was as simple as taking my phone. I can't show you on my phone because it's recording right now, showing you, but it just connects. Like, I printed this directly from my phone, sent it to the printer, and then you just get the little tape chips and stick it in the album, and then give everybody a black pen and say, write a little something next to your photo for whoever you're celebrating. Or you can do this for, if you're celebrating Christmas and the people who come over, or, Thanksgiving has passed, but that's another wonderful thing you can do. And the picture quality, where's the camera? I am really impressed. The picture quality is pretty beautiful compared to some of the, I have, you guys, I have a lot of printers, so I can compared to some of the other printers. This is pretty amazing. The color is really nice. So I wanted to share this with you. I actually even got, so again, another Christmas present for my daughter. I'm like, she's going to like the pink one. I want the white one. I'm going to get her the pink one. And they have this cute little case that goes with it. Well, it doesn't go with it. You have to buy it separately, but it's not expensive. But, I'm all about the cute case. So the printer fits right in here. You need to get the refills. This is what the refills look like. Okay. And then you just open these up and then pop it in the side. So this is your ink right here. This is your paper. And these go together. So this ink will print these photos. Then the ink you take out and you throw away, and you get a new box with another ink and another pack of paper. So it's all like combined. So the ink goes for one set of the paper. It's different than other printers where you just kind of print until it tells you you're out of ink. This is set up that this goes together. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And you can just pop that in your cute little pocket here and zip it up. And look at that's all, right? You can take your album, you can take some tape chips, take your little box of tape chips, or a tape runner. If you want to take your personal trimmer, you can, but I didn't even need that. And grab a black pen, and that's it. That's all you have to take to have a wonderful little project while you're visiting with family, or while you are, making some memories together. And I'm telling you, yes, in the moment, Kenzie, that to me, oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, guys. That was what the whole key was. We were able to do this in the moment, and it made such a difference that you had the photos, you had the people. It wasn't like, oh, someday I'm going to have them come back and write in, or whatever. And she absolutely loved her album. And you could tell just how happy she was that everybody took the time to take photos with her, but also that everyone took the time to write a little message in her album before we left. So, yeah. And Rhonda, yes. So Creative Memories has these paper albums. There's a whole slew of them, and they're 8x8 size. This is a kit that I put together for 2023, which includes the decorations and the printout. So this is actually printed on a sticker, like matte sticker paper, and then I just stuck that down on uh, the journaling cards here, and then directly on the album, like the Counting My Blessings, that's just stuck right down on the album. And this kit is in my shop, which there's a link for my shop. For this particular album is not available anymore. So that's why I kind of made a little kit around it. But they have other styles. So they have a Christmas one. They have, I think they have a birthday. I think the birthday is still available. They have a lot of different ones. You can just look up paper albums for those. Yeah. And the sprocket, right, Mandy? So I actually had the sprocket too. And I loved it. In fact, I'll show you. I took the sprocket with me when I went on our cruise. And this is again, so it's wonderful to have this for like an in the moment gift, but it's also when you're traveling, it's also great to have an in the moment. So these photos were done with my sprocket, but the color and the quality was just like it was and I still have my sprocket and I still have film for it, and I can probably go back and use it again. But like I said, when I saw the quality of this cute one, and if you don't have one, I highly recommend the quality of this this print over the sprocket. The sprocket is kind of cool though, because it's on sticky paper, so you don't even need tape chips or adhesive. You just stick it right in your book. So this was something I did kind of while we were traveling, and just took the photos and then printed while we were on our trip. And then this is the book that I used to kind of help me create my 12x12 album for the whole trip. But this was really fun. So we did the Paris and London, and then there's a Baltic side. So I have all of our cruise photos in here. So you can kind of see the picture quality like this. It looks good actually on camera, but it's like, this is just, the color's better and it's a little more crisp. So your choice though, I mean, it's just really fun, I think, to have a portable little printer that you can take with you and just make those memories happen in the moment and just enjoy it. So those are kind of some of my fun finds, quick tips, new things, what's new, all of that wrapped up into one. Yeah. And I just wanted to kind of get you caught up on the latest and share some of those. It's always fun to pull out, these little things that I've talked about, but it's always good to have that reminder, right? So, yeah, the quality of the sprocket it's okay. Like, it serves its purpose. Like, this is really fun to have. But I have really enjoyed the quality of the new little Canon printer. And again, those are like, I think right now it's on sale for $50 off. So if you're looking for kind of a good gift, or to, drop a hint for someone, hey, guess what? It might be a good gift for me, that you could always suggest that as a fun little gift. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, so Shirley says, yeah, there are about 10 different styles of paper albums. And then you can also create your own paper album. Yes. And then and that's actually what I did in my shop. I have the pet albums that I have pre-decorated for you. So if you like the idea of doing a pet album, wouldn't that be fun? Like you could take your little printer and just take and do a whole fun little pet album for someone special. And speaking of that, I hope you can join me this Friday because I have a fun new project that I'm going to do with you on Friday night scrapbooking. And we are going to make a quick and easy album for someone you love. And you can do it either in an 8x8 format or a happy album format. And there's going to be some new things that I'm going to share with you. So I hope you can tune in this Friday. So stay tuned for that. And was there, oh, we have a question. Does the Canon Square print the pictures in Polaroid style, or did you cut them that way? Yeah, no, it printed that way. That was the style that it printed, just like that. Yeah, it's cute. And I haven't read up. I think it looks like you could trim that bottom off if you wanted it not to have that extra spot at the bottom. But I also think that that's part of, like, if you wanted to document on your photo, you could actually write on that little space right there on the bottom. Okay. With journaling pen, tape chips, got some paper albums for the grandkids. Oh, yes. And then for the teen grandkids, yes, absolutely, the little printer. And that was also my thinking when I thought, ooh, you know, is this a good gift for my daughter? Because they take a lot of pictures. Like they take a lot of pictures of their cats and, you know, they take a lot of photos and different things, but they never print them. It's so hard to kind of get that younger generation to actually print their photos. And something that is small and cute like this, and I'm giving her the paper that goes along with it, the paper and ink. I'm hoping that that will kind of get her used to printing some more. And, you know, she's more of a planner girl. So she has a little tiny planner that she does cute stuff in. And I thought, oh, those are small enough. They can fit in her little planner as well. So yeah. All right, friends. I think I got your questions. Did I miss anybody's question? Okay. Can I trim the pictures? Yes, we got that question answered. And I hope I got everybody's question answered. So hopefully I got that. And thank you for popping on today for the tidy up. And I hope your holidays are relaxing and low stress as possible. And you find some time in the next few weeks to, you know, really focus on things that matter to you, have a little fun for yourself, and also, you know, keep things organized, keep it going. The better we are at getting things organized and knowing where things are, the faster we can make things happen, in my opinion. So thank you all for hopping on today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope to see you on Friday. And also the pop crop is Saturday. And so this Saturday, I've got a fun thing we're going to be doing together. So stay tuned for that. Just make sure you're on Facebook and following me so you get the notifications. Okay, and have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.